Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a bunch of topics to go through just like usual. So let's just go straight in with it. We're starting off with Chelsea Atletico could unlock Napoli transfer plans with Koulibaly, Ruiz interest report. This is coming from an Italian publication. And down here they say the report suggests that Chelsea as well as Juventus, PSG and Barcelona are interested in Koulibaly, which we know, with the president looking to recoup in the region of 35 to 40 million euros, despite the defender's contract due to expire at the end of the season. And basically, the situation is, as it says here, they're looking to offload players before bringing in anyone new. So there's two things to consider with that. Obviously, they're looking to offload, which means Koulibaly could be available, and if they want to reportedly get 35 to 40 million, I think that's a fair fee for an experienced defender. Sure, he's not going to be around for the next decade probably, but one that I think we maybe need in our backline, having lost probably Aspi, Rudiger, Christensen not so much, you know. We need those strong heads in the backline. So for me, this would be a good one for Chelsea to get done. 35 to 40 million isn't a ridiculous fee by any means, and the fact that they're looking to offload players before bringing in anyone new, to me that signals that they kind of want to get it done quick, because obviously transfer window is a limited window. They need to get someone sold or a few players sold so they can get some cash to be able to sign new players. If they want to have time to sign players, they're going to have to sell quick. So Chelsea could be, if they're smart, they want to go for Koulibaly. We know there's interest there. 35 to 40 million, I bet you throw 30 at them, I bet they accept it. And Chelsea would then have a very experienced defender on their hands that would do a good job in our club for a few years. It'll be 5 years, something like that. So for me, this is one Chelsea should definitely be looking to go and do. There's interest from Chelsea, but there's also Juventus, PSG, Barcelona. So we need to worry about that. And if we're going to act, it needs to be kind of fast. Then we've got to follow up on a situation. I think we covered this one maybe 2+ weeks ago. It says top French source backs up report of Chelsea being very interested in 4-cap international, as you can see pictured, Jonathan Klaus. And he is obviously a wing-back. Taking a look at him, for anyone that didn't see that video, valued at about 9 million, and it says in here his asking price is set at 10 million euros, so not much money at all. French, he's 29 years old, so another experienced head that we could bring in. His strengths are his free kicks and playmaking with no weaknesses, and as you can see, he plays all the way up that right hand side and basically is going to be capable of playing as a wing back. You can see his heat map here, it's all over the place up that right hand side. 37 total appearances with 5 goals and 11 assists. It is in the French league, so take that with a grain of salt. When it comes to the Premier League, how will that translate, we don't know. But losing someone like Azpilicueta, this guy on the right hand side, would be a good replacement, and he's not going to cost much. 10 million euros, that's nothing to Chelsea, so they need to go out and get this one done. Then we have an update here from Fabrizio Romano, and he says, Inter CEO on Skriniar with chances to leave the club. He said, it's certainly easier to replace a centre-back than a striker. Probably we will be forced to sell someone in that position. PSG are looking at him, but the race is still open. So he's pretty much admitted someone in that back line's going. Then we have another report here through Simon Phillips and Standard Sport. Inter Milan have opened the door to selling Chelsea and Tottenham targets Milan Skriniar and Alessandro Bastoni. 2 targets that Chelsea are interested in, of course, but Skriniar obviously linking up to that previous story. So for me, if Chelsea are going to want another centre-back, of course, we've got hopefully Koundé coming in, Koulibaly, Skriniar, one of these other ones needs to come in and be a bit more of an experienced player in that back line. Skriniar I'd be happy with. I'd also be very happy with Koulibaly. So one of these ones needs to happen. Skriniar, if they're open to selling him, I think he'll cost more. That's my assumption, I don't know. And then of course Bastoni, a bit of a younger player I believe in, would be one that again I'm interested in, but Chelsea need to make sure they get one of these centre-backs at least at this point. Then next up we have a report coming from Di Marzio saying Armando Broja, Chelsea striker, is now first target for West Ham, meaning their main target basically. Negotiation ongoing over a 25 million to 30 million fee. More details involved here. So this one kind of annoys me, because if Chelsea, it says negotiations ongoing, I don't know if that means negotiations within West Ham on whether they're going to offer 25, 30, whatever they're going to package, they're going to throw at Chelsea, or if this means Chelsea are in negotiations, because we would be mugs, in my opinion, to sell Armando Broja, one of our top upcoming attacking talents come through Cobham, sell them to him for to West Ham for 25 to 30 million. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that's an okay fee for Broja. I think we should keep a hold of him because there's a chance that he develops into a top player. Yet they won't sell us Declan Rice and are saying 150 million. Chelsea, if they accept this deal, are mugs. They should never be letting Broja go, let alone just because he's a good enough talent to maybe make it at Chelsea. And he won't cost us anything in a transfer fee to have in that front line. But to strengthen West Ham, and, you know, them taking us for a ride when it comes to Declan Rice is ridiculous. So Chelsea should say, you know what, that'll be 100 million, 150 million for Broja, unless you're willing to negotiate with Rice, then maybe, you know, because Broja maybe can help us now and possibly in the future, but we know Declan Rice improves this team. So I think we just throw it to them, swap deal for Declan Rice, or maybe make a realistic asking price for him. Otherwise, no, like, you can walk. And for me, that's the only position Chelsea should take on this. It'd be ridiculous to sell Broja to West Ham right now. Then, as I'm sure you're all aware, we have the news coming through Chelsea saying Bruce Buck is set to step down as chairman of Chelsea Football Club. I believe it's at the end of the month it's going to happen. Yeah, it's the 30th of June. He will continue to be an advisor at the club, so what sort of capacity he'll really have, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to really be doing much. Of course, being here since 2003, yeah, 2003 I believe, so he's been a big part of Chelsea's modern success, and maybe it's time to move on. You know, I can accept the new ownership and stuff, this kind of thing happens, but, you know, whilst we can all think maybe there's better things on the other side, Buck has been involved in a lot of good things for Chelsea, so I do thank him for everything he's done. And then, of course, Marina Granovskaya is the later news coming out saying she is set to leave Chelsea following Bruce Buck's exit. Whether that'll be, you know, soon, there were reports saying that it was going to happen a few months down the line, and then because Buck's pretty much set to step down, Marina's going to follow. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. It makes sense, I guess, to have Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital bring in whoever, you know, they think is going to lead this club forward. They've said they want to have a model a lot closer to Liverpool's, which is a strong scouting emphasis, getting the right players for a cheap price rather than going out and buying superstars like Lukaku for 100 million that end up flopping. So I understand it. Marina, you know, being a negotiator, I think has actually got some very good deals for Chelsea. I'm not one of the people that sort of think that she's been bad at Chelsea. I think she's been very good in negotiations, in getting players sold, buying, you know, maybe there could be some improvements there, but I understand it. I'll be a bit sad to see them go because they've been big figureheads at the club since you know, we've had our big success over the past couple of decades, but these things happen, people move on, and I'm intrigued to see what happens in the future with Todd Boehly's setup coming through. So good luck to them both. And that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like on it, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a future video. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.